Hiya. Welcome into this designated reading for you, the viewer who's drawn energetically to sit with what's real, what's true for you right now in this moment. I call upon our guides and our higher selves to help channel through this message for your highest and greatest good, and that you receive from it what resonates with you most and you leave what does not. Okay? Okay. Let's get into this collective reading right now, right here, right now. Spirit, what do you have to share for the collective here presently? As the viewer is viewing this, transcendent of time and space. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we get, babes. Okay, wow, yeah. You got the Five of Earth and the Nine of Earth, both indicating a bit of strife, struggle, conflict, instability, insecurity, in the physical, in the material, in your finances, relationships. But this is a time that you're going within and coming to a completion with this energy. You have the Five of Earth, fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. And then you have the Nine of Earth, which was reversed, right? And this is the kind of like the end result of this as you're moving through it, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment, right? So we go from uncertain self-employment, instability, insecurity, not having it all figured out or together, and moving through those fears surrounding that, to then being able to enjoy the luxuries of life and enjoy your own personal space and time, enjoying spending the time alone with yourself to really understand and learn and love yourself. And through that, moving through the fears and pushing through and falling back in love with yourself, in love with life, you go from this uncertain self-employment, this uncertain working on yourself and tending to yourself and leading your life the way that you are, to it being successful self-employment. This isn't literal, right? This is also the work that you're doing on yourself. This is the work that you're putting into your life, and it could be actual employment where you're getting funds in exchange for what you're doing too, but this is really about you moving through uncertain times, instability, insecurity, not being able to see things in the physical manifest just yet, and then being able to give yourself that time within, find the pleasures, find the love, and finding success and beauty and abundance through that, through trusting yourself, through tending to self, working on self. And then we move forward, right, with two sevens. We got the Seven of Water and the Seven of Fire. And this is showing that, like, seven's all about victory. So you're overcoming things in your emotional, mental, psychic realms, as well as your passions, your fire, your creativity, your beliefs. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So you have decisions here, you have options moving forward. As you tend to go within, as you spend this time alone, as you pull back, as you face the insecurities, as you face your fears. And through that, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely, right? So you're being asked to kind of refine right now. You're being asked to refine what you're putting your energy into. And that could be your time, your attention, your money. All of it is energy. And because there's been an imbalance, there's an instability within your energetic field of how you're giving out into the world, what you're giving things to, how you're paying your attention, how you're paying into this life right now, what you're giving, to go within, spend time and really reflect in your options. Spending time really looking at what are my options? What can I do right now? I have the ability to do anything, and if I eliminate this fear, this instability, if I go within and really look at the luxury of life that I have, the options, the luxury to have options, the luxury to have too many options, right? And then choosing wisely with the 7 of fire, choosing wisely out of those options, because not all of them are going to be fruitful. Not all of them are going to be wise. And this is why you need to spend this time within to really see what's for you and what's not, to defend your beliefs and your decisions and stand your ground. Because you'll be able to do that once you give yourself the time, the honest time to say, you know, I've sat with myself and I actually know what I want, what I don't want. And so I know where I'm going because I took the time to really be honest about that process. And I chose into what was actually suited for me. I didn't choose something that was going to distract me or deter me off my path. Okay. Let's get some starseed oracle for this collective. What's going on more with this collective? What does Spirit have to say out of the starseed oracle? Okay. I think that's it. Okay. So we got you at the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. You got the love. You got a lot of love to give. And you're learning how to channel that love, to refine it, how to hone it, bring in your own energy back to yourself, calling it back. So that way you're spending this quality time with yourself and you're giving it, pouring it back into you in a way that's going to be fruitful for others, for the world, right? You're being asked to really look at the way that you're giving love, giving energy again, codependency and boundaries, and finding out how to have boundaries that are healthy for you so you're not draining yourself. The 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression. There's a lot of 7s here, right? You already got the 7 water, 7 of fire, and now you got the 7 sisters. 777 babes. There's a lot of victory coming in for you. There is a lot of victory coming in for you, a lot of abundance as you take the time, pour into yourself, nurture yourself, nourish, so that way you can understand yourself wholeheartedly. You trust your decisions. You understand your beliefs. And that begins to reach out into the way that you move around the world, about in the world. It is then woven into the fabric of who you are and the way that you get to express and show yourself to the world. And it's through that expression that others get to witness what it means to truly walk in your divinity and your truth and your authenticity, because you're making decisions based on who you are because you took the time to find that out. That was through the great severing, through being able to cut off what is not for you. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Cut off what is not for you. Go within. Find the areas that are taking away from you, That anger, where are you angry? How does that affect your day-to-day view of life? Where do you have conflicts? Looking at those patterns, the themes that show up, and the conflicts that you have. What are the underlying themes? What are the underlying messages that you're being shown that is contributing, that has been contributing to this warlike, Mars-like fighting energy? How you've been fighting life, how you haven't been living your life in luxury, how you haven't been walking in your truth. In what areas are you doing that? Resolving it and softening to love, loving those parts of yourself, softening into it, healing those leaks, sealing up the boundaries, and then being able to express truly from within. Okay. What other, let's see what spirit wants. I think we're gonna go to feelings deck. Let's see. Spirit, what are some feelings that this collective can okay. Fear. Spirit had some things to say for you. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yes. A whole message right here. Look. Okay. Spirit is saying you have fears. You have fears around abundance. Fears around truly receiving. Fears around love. Fears around your truth. Fears around being alone, spending time alone, finding out who you are. Fears around money. Fears around anything in the physical world. Fears around having to make decisions. Fears around making the wrong decision. These are both about decisions. Your Seven of Waters, you have so many decisions and options. And then the Seven of Fire is saying to make the decision that is most true and right and aligned for you. To push through those fears. To push through those fears of what may manifest when you truly follow your calling. You're being asked to forgive, to really look at things and forgive so things can change. Because we saw the anger, right? Anger, conflicts, wars with ourselves, wars with others, blame, not taking accountability or responsibility, forgiveness, finding the art and the truth of forgiveness. Because yes, we forgive others for the sake of them, but we truly forgive others for the sake of us. So that way it doesn't fester in our energy. So that way it isn't keeping us somewhere stuck in that time and space. So that way we can change, we can go through the phases. We're not just in one phase here. We're able to change and move through. So solid change can come through. And that can come through in many forms. You have here dreams, gratitude, joy, right? Looking at your dreams, and this can be dreams while you sleep, seeing the messages that it's maybe relaying to you, what your subconscious mind is showing you. And also following your dreams, your truth, your authentic path, right? The things that you desire. Finding joy and gratitude in it. Because this is going to make life that much more fun. It's going to make Source want to pour more into you. because they're like, yes, the energy here, it matters, it's appreciated, let's give it more so it can keep building, so we can keep pouring into this. Because you're living a life of luxury. You deserve to live a life of luxury. And you live luxuriously through your joy, through gratitude. I'm feeling one more, I think. Let me see this. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, what do you have to say to this collective? Oh, I'm feeling one more. Okay. Oh, two came out with that. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Grief, blame, and loneliness, babe. This is why you have to spend this time alone. You can't do this publicly in the way that you need. There's grief. I understand losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. You're being reminded of the beauty of grief, the beauty of loss, the beauty of having love with nowhere to go. As painful as it might be, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So appreciate it for while it was there and the moment in time that it got to exist, because it got to exist. You're being asked to have gratitude in it, forgiveness, appreciation. You got blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. You're being reminded to accept your life and your position as where it is right now. That you can't move forward with more responsibility if you don't take responsibility for what you are in charge of, which is your life, your well-being. You choose day in and day out. These are the decisions you're making daily. How am I tending to my vessel? How am I tending to my life? How am I tending to my dreams? How am I connecting with Source? How am I connecting with my higher self? And you do this through being alone and knowing that you're not lonely. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Even in your aloneness, you are never alone. Because you have your higher self, you have your guides, you have spirit, you have Source. You know that you're never alone because you have a community, you have a network with you. Freedom. You have freedom. Again, luxury. You have options, you have luxury. You have alone time, you have choices. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You do. You have that right now. Even through the pressure, even through the fears, even through the systems that we're working in, you have freedom to change it up. You have freedom to change. You have freedom to change. You have the choices, you have the resources, even with the limitations, even with the instability. You have the resources within you, as you're being reminded. I'm gonna do one more from Nature Whispers for this collective. What does collective need as a final message, a final send-off, Spirit? Because they are on a journey of forgiveness, of truth, of wholeness. Oh, I know that's right. Okay. To further solidify our message, you have acceptance of love and the ideal course of action. And this aligns perfectly, right? Because you are being reminded here. You have the love. You got the love. You got the love. You just got to accept it. Accept it within you, accept it around you. Accept love from others that are genuinely there to love. That's doing it through forgiveness, through gratitude, through joy. Ideal course of action with with the 7 of water and the 7 of fire. You're making a choice. You're choosing into your path. You're taking action on those choices, actually. You're not just sitting in it. You'll sit in contemplation and be alone to be able to do this from your truth. But you won't be lonely in that process because Spirit Source will be creating this with you, co-creating. To take this ideal course of action, once you sit in some time in contemplation, to be able to choose from your intuition. Your intuition here. Because you'll be able to understand and listen and hear your intuition through sitting in this contemplation, through the dreams, through expansion. You have expansion. You're able to expand when you release this dense energy of grief and anger and blame and loneliness and fear. Codependency, not having boundaries, anger, war. You got expression, expansion here coming in. To expand and express authentically from you through the love that you're able to find within as you forgive and change and shift into the highest version of you that wants to manifest and create something beautiful. That's your tapestry of life. Your unique divine expression that you get to demonstrate and show through everything that you've been through, everything you've got to experience, and now get to express from your authentic truth, through forgiveness, through grace, through joy, through gratitude, through freedom. Freeing yourself frees others. Loving yourself allows others to see what love truly is. It allows them to know that they are love as well. You have so much going for you, and you are being invited to spend time with you, really, and start enjoying the time with yourself and looking at the parts that you don't technically enjoy and reconciling and loving those parts too. I'm sending you so much love, so much warmth. Thank you for being here. Thank you for pouring into you. Thank you for trying to make you a better space in this world so that the world can be a better space. I see you. I love you. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.